not once bringing up the film's same-sex kiss controversy because it wasn't a controversy. It was only a controversy at the Daily Wire. Well, the Daily Wire, because they're movie critics now, I can't say anything because I do it too. I review some movies on here, but they're really upset about this same-sex lesbian couple in the new Lightyear movie. And they have thought it important enough to attention seek via posting this stuff. So I'll attention seek on the back of their attention seeking by talking about this. Gay kiss included woke Toy Story spinoff Lightyear struggles at box office. Look at that head. Who wrote that? Did somebody with dyslexia write that? Gay kiss included woke Toy Story spinoff Lightyear struggles at box office. Weird. Okay. By Amanda Presidenticomo. All right, good deal. The latest Toy Story spinoff, Lightyear, struggled at the box office this week following criticism over a gay kiss included in the kids' movie. Is that really why? The flick brought in a total of $51 million in its 3-day opening, bringing in $20.7 million on Friday, then dropping to $16.3, blah, 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 blah. What the heck happened here? Deadline queried. Not once bringing up the film's same-sex kiss controversy because it wasn't a controversy. It was only a controversy at the Daily Wire. That was it. The controversy was totally in-house, bro. Instead, Deadline suggests the movie came out too soon in the franchise, writing, it could be a case of going to the Toy Story well too soon, too fast. Cultural critic John Nolte at Breitbart, oh yeah, Breitbart, where you get real unbiased takes on Toy Story movies, dissed the suggestion and emphasized just how bad the opening really was. Marvel releases 2 and 3 movies a year. You mean like that going to the well too soon, Nolte mocked? The Lord of the Rings and Hobbit came out every year. You mean like that's going to the well too soon? Well, let's look at, if we looked at the actual numbers here, I bet the Hobbit made like a fraction of the money, that number, or a fraction of the money that Lord of the Rings, the final Lord of the Rings movie did, right? Because spinoffs are not going to make as much money, right? Well, 3 years ago, Toy Story 4 opened to $121 million. If these figures hold, Lightyear wouldn't do half of that, he wrote. Yeah, it shouldn't, because it's a spinoff movie it's a movie. I haven't seen it, but it's a movie, a fictional movie that's inside of a fictional universe that was the movie that Andy saw that made him want to get Buzz Lightyear. That's the impetus behind this movie. If you think this movie is going to do Toy Story 3 to Toy Story 4 numbers, you're on meth, dude. There was no way it was going to happen. If it did half of it, that's pretty good. This movie's probably going to crush on Disney Plus, by the way. Just keep that in mind. Another thing to keep in mind, there's no competition, Nolte added. The only kiddie movie still in theaters is The Bad Guys, which opened all the way back in April. After the resounding success of Toy Story 4 in the wide open field at the box office, especially during the summer, especially over Father's Day, there was never a better time to open Lightyear. Well, let's think about that. What other movie that appeals to children was released that weekend? Now, it wasn't a cartoon. Oh, it was Jurassic Park. It was the last Jurassic Park movie. If you're a 10-year-old kid, particularly a boy, and you want to go to the movies, would you rather go see dinosaurs in a poorly thought out, poorly written movie? Or would you rather go see a cartoon about a spaceman from a movie that came out when your parents were 10? Which one would you rather go see? There was no competition? That's a lie. That's a lie. Jurassic Park Dominion or whatever it's called crushed. Even though it's a terrible movie, it crushed. So there was a lot of competition there. And we haven't even seen, again, the streaming numbers on Disney Plus. Disney Pixar notably reinstated the same-sex kiss between 2 female characters, Aisha and her wife, following Florida's Parental Rights in Education bill, which I'm sure has very little to do with that, which bans classroom discussions on anything related to sexuality and gender, blah, 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 blah. Actor Chris Evans, who voices the movie's main character, slammed critics who don't approve of the gay kiss in the kids' film. The real truth is, if these people are idiots, Evans told Reuters, I don't disagree, slamming critics of the kiss. Every time there's been social advances as we wake up to the American story, the human story is one of the most constant social awakenings of growth, and that's what makes us good. Yeah, I like that, Chris Evans. You are Captain America. Evans similarly gushed over the gay kiss in an interview with Variety on Monday. Disney put a line in the sand saying, we're putting this back in, but also we're not going to remove it for any other territories and these places that would have a problem with it. So what they did was they said, we're putting it back in, and if China doesn't like it, China can suck a dick. I think as a conservative, you would be like, okay, sticking to your guns, not taking it out for China, good to go, right? Because Marvel's had that issue, right? With the Black Panther, they had Black Panther's face exposed on the poster for Black Panther, But in China, he had the mask on, right? Because China's deeply racist. So when you look at this, it's like they chose to take a principled stance. They didn't do it just for the United States. They said, we're not putting this in for we're not taking this out for any territories. Which you would think, if you're a principled human being, they'd be like, okay, well, if you're sticking to it, you're sticking to it. I respect that. I respect that. So, yeah. I mean, it's great, the actor responded. As great as it is, and you know, I've been asked questions a few times. It's nice, it's wonderful, it makes me happy. It's tough to not be a little frustrated that it even has to be a topic of discussion. I agree, Chris Evans. Me and Chris Evans are on the same page. Maybe me and Chris Evans could be friends. I'd like that. This is the kind of news. The goal is that we can get to a point where this is the norm and that it doesn't have to be some uncharted waters, that eventually this is just the way it is, that representation across the board is how we make films. Yeah, I think people being represented in movies is great. Why would it not be? I don't know. I mean, the same people that are pissed about this are probably really upset about Will and Grace being on primetime back in the 90s. Look, it's an honor to be a part of something that has taken those steps, but the goal is to look back at this time and be shocked at how it took us this long to get there. Agree. So here's a bad faith article from Daily Wire that doesn't even consider facts or reality or, you know, any of those things, right? They consider only their feelings. You know, and from the outlet that's headed by the guy who says facts don't care about your feelings, this sure does overlook quite a few facts. And you could have taken this and been like, hey, man, we don't really like the gays. You know, we don't like the gays over here. I'm Ben Shapiro and I think being gay is immoral, but they didn't take it out for China and I respect that. Could have said that and been like, hey, well, we know you're kind of bigoted, so whatever, like that's your thing. You don't like the gays. We get it. We've been there, you know. But at least they didn't take it out for China, right? And that's what I respect. I don't like Disney that much. I'm not a big fan of Disney. Like they've done a bad job with Marvel movies and they've kind of made them trash. And that upsets me because they were really good. But I think, and I'm going to say this, I respect that they did not take the gay, kiss, family, same sex, whatever thing out for China. I'll say that. I'm glad they stuck to their guns. I'm glad they made a principled choice. And I respect them for not taking it out for China. Ben Shapiro won't say it. Daily Wire will forget it happens, even though, you know, whatever. Good move, Disney. I really appreciate that you stuck to your guns there. Now, one last thing I wanted to bring up, when we're talking about kissing in kids' movies and how maybe that shouldn't be a thing, I want to bring up this scene from Toy Story 1 here. This is Woody and Bo Peep.
Oh, Bo.
That's a sexual assault.
Painful way to get my attention.
Merry Christmas, Sheriff.
Say, isn't that mistletoe?
Mm-hmm.
So that is that's assault, brother. That's assault. No consent. Pull him under the mistletoe with a hook. If we want to take the same stance that you're taking about this lesbian kiss situation and look at other movies from the same franchise, then I would say this one's worse. But really, in reality, they're all fun and they're all on a cartoon and they're all whatever. It's fine. Calm down. You know? Shouts to Disney for not taking it out for China. And if the people don't like it, f them. I hope you're having a great day. You know what would make my day really, really good? Is if you subscribe to this channel, turn on post notifications, and like this video. It would mean a lot to me and it would really help us overcome the content moderation that seems to have a bit of an influence on who sees our videos, when, where, and why. Make your day better, make my day better, and let's just move forward together.